Now in somewhat limited release in art house theaters is the new film written and directed by Kenneth Branagh. Kenneth Branagh, who brought you such films as Henry V, and I don't know if he directed it, but he was in Dead Again, and the most recent Murder on the Orient Express, playing Hercule Poirot and directing it. This is a film called Belfast. This is written and directed by Branagh. I'm presuming, I haven't done the research yet, I'm presuming based on his childhood. It is about a young boy growing up in Belfast, Ireland in 1969, when the Troubles are starting, where anti-Catholic sentiment from Protestants is causing violence and oppression and bullying and all kinds of horrible things. Film is shot predominantly in black and white. It has sections in color, but for the most part, it's black and white. And it really tells the tale of this young, blonde-haired, happy-go-lucky, carefree lad whose, I don't want to say fantasy world, but his idyllic childhood on this street where most people have lived there all their lives. Everybody knows that it's row houses, so it's just like everybody's playing in the street and in and out of each other's houses and all of that. His little world is sort of getting chipped away at as violence is erupting and riots and threats and are you with us or against us on this anti-Catholic thing. And he's watching his parents dealing with the Troubles and his grandparents who live nearby, grandmother portrayed by Judi Dench. And it's this less of a crying movie than I expected it was going to be. Very lighthearted for the most part, but it treats the issues seriously. It's really, you're seeing it, you're mostly with this little kid, and he's still a playful kid learning about life, love, in the universe, in and outside of Belfast. And his father works away. His father has found work in England, so he's only really there on the weekends, and they're deeply in debt, and they're trying to get out of a hole, and the mother's keeping the family together, raising the two boys more or less on her own, and the grandparents are very supportive. And what are they going to do? Are they going to leave Belfast to explore greener pastures where their financial future could be more secure? Are they going to stay and wait out the Troubles? The father is getting more and more pressured to join up this anti-Catholic gang, basically, or suffer violent consequences. And the film is about, what are the parents going to do? Are they going to split up the family, grandparents, parents, kids, or are they going to stay and tough it out? This movie was really, really good. I believe, I'm sorry, I'm not great on names. I don't have the cast list just off camera like I normally do here. But the woman who played the actress who played the mother was fabulous. I believe she's on Outlander. I read that somewhere. The father is great. Everybody in this is just solid. The kid is fantastic. Very, very natural. I believe it's his first film. It's got an introducing so-and-so, so that usually is a tip. And he's just this wonderful, sweet little kid who's filled with wonder and a sense of adventure and discovery. And, all the horrifying things happening around him impact him while they're happening, but otherwise he's still a kid. And the parents, they still maintain a sense of humor, but they see the seriousness of the multiple situations that they're in. The grandparents are wonderful, and soundtrack is all Van Morrison tracks. I'm not a major Van Morrison fan, but they work great and sound great here. Really nicely shot, really nice, crisp black and white. The uses of color, occasionally they'll go to a movie. They go see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at some moment, and the film clips and the film on screen is in color, but they're in black and white. And it was just this really sweet, touching ode to a time and a place where the community was so tight-knit and people's roots were so deep. And they talk about, life in Belfast or Ireland, where some people leave and some people stay, and how that dynamic works. It's a movie with no star power, no marquee stars on the title, no marquee names in this film. So it's likely to not do terribly well theatrically, unfortunately. It's likely to not play everywhere. I saw this at an AMC, and they have this thing they call the AMC Artisan Films, which are their art house movies they kind of champion. So if this movie comes near you, I would highly recommend, I mean, I'm going to say this about everything, honestly. I would highly recommend seeing it in a theater just because it's more immersive and its spell will be that much stronger on you than at home. But it's certainly one to see. It's worth it for the kid alone, for the grandparents alone. It's very lighthearted and funny at times. It's harrowing at times. It's just flat out sad at times. But again, surprisingly, it is more upbeat and life-affirming than it is anything else. So if you can get out to see it now, or if you're watching this and it's an option on video, very much recommend Belfast by Kenneth Branagh.